Hello everyone and welcome to another Ultimate Fighter episode review. This is for Season 26, Episode 7, Enjoy the Moment. I think it's the Not Your... yes. Okay, I was right. So, relatively, short stuff to say about this one. Apologies for not doing one, like, last week, because there wasn't an episode last week. Because, as I think I mentioned, it was the baseball season thing. It usually happens around, like, near the end of the year in America, so... yeah, chalking up to that. But we do have an episode here, so we're going to get into it without much further ado, or without much further me wasting your fucking time ado. So let's go. Yahoo, marry you. Sorry. So we start off with quite a pleasant surprise as Dana White drops by the TUF house, and he's actually never been in this new one, and it is genuinely quite big, and I have to agree, it's actually nice to see more of the house because... sorry, there was a car that honked outside and distracted me. But yeah, it's nice to see more of the house because we really haven't seen that a lot in the more recent seasons. So seeing Dano actually go to it was pretty cool. And he, he wants to congratulate the fighters. It's usually about the halfway point of the season, so that's usually a thing that he does. And he came out to congratulate them, and he genuinely appreciated how much calmer they were, because if it were a bunch of guys, they'd be, like, drinking and would be lamenting a lot more over their losses, and there would be a lot more drama. But for the women, it's like, no, they're relatively calm. They don't really drink. I haven't seen any of them drink, and which is weird because I think at least one of them used to be a bartender. And, yeah, my cat is like, he's giving himself a little bath. So, yeah, it was, start off with that. Sorry, little thing popped up. So, yeah, it was quite interesting to see him say that, and he did say one of my favourite things where, where he basically said, like, I remember a long time ago I said that women never fight in the UFC, and now they are, and women's MMA is blowing up because of that. I gotta stop saying that things will never happen because I'm such a fucking idiot. It was along those lines, so I was like, yeah! I mean, it's hard not to agree with that, and at least Dana can admit when he's wrong about stuff like that, so, yeah, pretty cool. Then we move on to, like, kind of the fight itself, really. The only things worth mentioning, there's two things. There's Melinda Fabian, one of the fighters in this episode, who actually talked with Eddie about having a game plan beforehand, before the fight, and that was quite interesting. Like, she saw that in the long run, and she thought it out really well. And I realized in this episode, Melinda is very soft-spoken. Excuse me, she's a very, very quiet woman. She doesn't really talk a lot. Not just during, like, the backstage interview thing, but there was a moment where she was, like, sitting against a wall where they, which is where the whole group trains, she was sitting against the wall there. And even then, her voice was still extremely quiet. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she's worried about her English not sounding good because she's not from England. Because she's from Hungary. I say, like, England, not from America, that could work too. Sorry, my Xbox One is turning on itself for some reason. Anyway, yeah. So that was kind of interesting. Sorry, I'm really distracted by that. I'm distracted by a lot of things today. But yeah, it was interesting to see her say that, and then the other thing involved her opponent, which was Rachael Ostovich-Berdon, who picked some really sexy lingerie to wear to the weigh-in. And she looks damn good in it. She did, like, get people saying, why don't you become a model? And she's like, no, I don't want to be a model, I want to be a fighter. Like, you know what, I can appreciate that. I can appreciate, like, a tomboy who is beautiful and sexy and can fight her ass off. It's the main reason I like Scar. Anyway. She's gonna see this, by the way, I know she is. Yeah, so that was pretty funny, to be honest, wearing the lingerie to the weigh, and I kind of enjoyed that. Not in that way. Well, a little bit in that way, because she's hot. But, yeah. Now we move on to the fight itself before I, continue doing this little hole I'm in at the moment. So we get to the fight itself, and then, we run through the stats of the fights and so on. And, some pretty interesting. So, for example, Rachael is a lot shorter, and she has a shorter reach. She even missed having T-Rex arms, and when she said it was going, oh, that's kind of cute. And she won the fight, which is weird because you would have thought, Melinda would have used her jab. She's got better striking, Melinda has, and you would have thought she would use a better movement to avoid the takedowns. And she did for the most part, but then Rachael got one and turned into it really well and got the back ground and pounded her, then got a rear naked choke submission in round 1. So 7 fights, 6 finishes, 4 of those in the first round. Pretty damn good season so far, like that. And it's now 4-3. I almost got the fingers wrong there for Team Gaethje now due to that. And that leaves the last fight being, because I can't remember, Christina Marks of Team Alvarez against Emily Whitmire of Team Gaethje. And it's good that Emily's going last because she was injured a lot earlier in the season, and we did get to see the performance setup. We got to see that in this episode, actually, because Justin Gaethje held a training session there around the same time Eddie held his in the normal TUF gym. So, yeah, that's the thing that happened. That was pretty cool. So, not really a whole lot else to bring up. Next time, Lauren Murphy is going to apparently try to leave her team and join Team Gaethje, from what we've seen. That's not even a spoiler. Like, that was brought up mostly by Eddie himself. And Lauren just getting really pissed off. Like, I know how Dana mentioned, like, there really wasn't a lot of drama, but Lauren has been kind of a lightning rod for that this season, ever since she lost. She's been really, really annoying, in my opinion. It sort of happened with Melinda as well. Well, okay, she wasn't annoying, but immediately after a fight, she tried to assess what was wrong, and Eddie said in the backstage thing, like, that's not when you assess when something's wrong after you've lost a fight, you do it, like, a little while after, not immediately after. I was like, yeah, I can agree with that. And the other reason I'm looking forward to the next episode is because it's going to be the Coaches Challenge, baby. I love the Coaches Challenge every fucking season. It's going to be swimming based, I think, from what I've seen. 800 meters. I think that's what they said. I don't recall. So, I'm looking forward to it. So let's see who's the better swimmer between Gaethje and Alvarez. And before I actually end the episode, I'm going to give a big shout out to Scarlett, because it's her birthday today. And Scar, you're going to be watching this because I'm going to share the fucking link on the in our little Facebook message box thing. And I hope you enjoy it. Happy birthday! I love you so much. I've said it like in voice record form, and I wrote it on your wall, but I went to say in video form as well because that about covers it. Besides me writing a letter and sending it to you, I would need your postcode though. Hope you don't mind. Wink. And yeah. As for everyone else, I hope you enjoyed this review. I enjoyed the episode. I'm looking forward to the next one because Coaches Challenge fucking right. And I'll see you all this weekend because there should be another UFC. Unless I see Forward Concept before then, which I most likely will not. I am working on it, I swear, just not as much as I want to. Anyway, thank you for listening. You're awesome. Bye bye. Take care.